Hey crypto fam, quick question. If you could invest in the next big thing in gaming, would you do it? Well, you're in luck. I've found 5 gaming cryptos that could make you serious money in 2025. We're talking about projects backed by PlayStation and huge venture capital firms. Ready to see which ones made the cut? All right, let's get into it. Gaming is huge right now. We're talking about a $192 billion industry. That's bigger than movies and music combined. Crazy, right? During the last bull run, some gaming tokens went to the moon. Axie Infinity did a 50x, that's insane gains. But here's the thing. This time, it's not just about hype. It's about real games that are fun to play and give you rewards. I'm talking high-quality stuff that you'll actually want to spend time on. And that's where the money is. So, are you ready to discover 5 gaming cryptos that could explode in 2025? These aren't your average tokens. They've got serious potential for massive gains. Let's check them out. Number 1. Karat. All right, let's dive into our first pick. You know how some cryptos seem too good to be true? Well, this one might actually live up to the hype. It's connected to a game called Pet Hooligan, and it's got the potential to make early investors very, very happy. Want to know why? Meet Karat, a gaming crypto that's currently sitting at a modest $54 million market cap. Now you might be thinking, that's pretty small, and you're right. But that's exactly what makes it so interesting. See, Karat isn't just another random token. It's closely tied to the Pet Hooligan game, which is generating some serious buzz in the gaming community. Here's where things get juicy. Karat recently took a massive hit, dropping a whopping 81%. Ouch, right? But hold on, because this story isn't over. In just the last few days, it's bounced back with a 91% increase. That's the kind of volatility that can make you rich if you play it right. Now, I know what you're thinking. But isn't that just another pump and dump? Not so fast. There are some solid reasons why Karat could be a big player in the upcoming bull market. First off, the whole crypto gaming sector is heating up. We're seeing major brands and big-time investors pouring money into these projects. And Karat, with its connection to Pet Hooligan, is perfectly positioned to ride that wave. But here's the real kicker. Some experts are predicting that Karat could hit a market cap of $2 billion to $3 billion. Let that sink in for a second. We're talking about a potential 40 to 60 times return on your investment. That's the kind of growth that can turn a small stake into life-changing money. Of course, I've got to keep it real with you. This is still a high-risk, high-reward situation. There's always a chance that Karat doesn't live up to the hype, and you could lose your investment. That's just the nature of the game in crypto. But if you're looking for that moonshot, that 100x potential, Karat is definitely one to watch. So what's driving this potential growth? Well, it's not just about the numbers. Karat is part of a larger trend in crypto gaming. We're moving away from the simple play-to-earn models and into more complex, engaging games that people actually want to play. Pet Hooligan is aiming to be one of those games, and if it takes off, Karat could go along for the ride. Plus, with the overall gaming market expected to keep growing, there's a lot of room for these gaming cryptos to expand. Think about it. If even a small fraction of traditional gamers start using crypto in their games, we're talking about millions of new users entering the market. Number 2, Beam. Now, let's shift gears to a project that's taking a different approach. Instead of creating a single game, it's building the foundation for an entire gaming universe. With a market cap of $863 million, Beam is already making waves. But here's the real question. How high could it go if even a fraction of its games become hits? Beam isn't just another gaming token. It's an S-tier project that's positioning itself as the backbone of the crypto gaming revolution. Think of it as the infrastructure that developers can use to build their games on. It's like Ethereum, but specifically designed for gaming. What's really exciting about Beam is the sheer number of projects it's supporting. Right now, there are 30 games in development on Beam's platform. That's not just 1 or 2 potential hits. It's 30 chances for something to really take off. And if even a couple of these games become popular, it could drive massive demand for Beam's token. But here's where it gets really interesting. Beam has a token burning mechanism in place. This means they're actively reducing the supply of tokens over time. Why does this matter? Well, it's simple economics. If demand stays the same or increases but supply decreases, what happens to the price? That's right, it goes up. Now I know what you're thinking. Sounds great, but how much potential are we really talking about here? Well, some experts are predicting that Beam's market cap could reach between $15 to $20 billion. Let's put that into perspective. From its current $863 million market cap, that's a 15 to 20 times increase. And remember, that's considered a conservative estimate. But Beam isn't just relying on hype and tokenomics. They've got some serious backing. Merit Circle, one of the biggest venture capital firms in gaming, is supporting Beam. That's a huge vote of confidence from people who really know the industry. And it doesn't stop there. Beam has partnered with some major players in the crypto world, including Polygon and Immutable. These partnerships aren't just for show. They give Beam access to a wider network and more resources to keep growing. So what does all this mean for you as an investor? Well, if these predictions pan out, getting in on Beam now could lead to some serious gains. We're talking about potentially multiplying your investment by 15 to 20 times. That's the kind of return that can really change your portfolio. But let's keep it real. As with any investment, especially in the crypto world, there are risks. The gaming market is competitive, and there's no guarantee that the games being developed on Beam will be hits. Plus, the overall crypto market can be volatile. So while the potential for big gains is there, you should always invest responsibly and be prepared for the possibility of losses. Number 3. SuperVerse. All right, let's talk about a project that's not just building games, but connecting entire gaming communities. Ever wondered what would happen if someone created a platform that could benefit from every successful Web3 game? That's exactly what SuperVerse is doing. With a current market cap of $470 million, it's already making waves. But how high could it go if Web3 gaming takes off? SuperVerse isn't your average gaming crypto, it's positioning itself as the central hub for different games and players in the Web3 space. Think of it as the glue that holds the Web3 gaming ecosystem together. This unique approach sets SuperVerse apart from other gaming cryptos we've discussed. What's really exciting about SuperVerse is its potential to grow alongside the entire Web3 gaming industry. Instead of putting all its eggs in one basket with a single game, SuperVerse benefits from the success of multiple games and communities. It's like investing in the entire Web3 gaming sector rather than just one part of it. Right now, SuperVerse is valued at $470 million. That's already a significant player in the crypto gaming space. But here's where it gets interesting. As the gaming industry continues to grow, SuperVerse is expected to grow with it. Some experts are projecting a potential 20-30x increase in its market cap. That's huge. But why are people so bullish on SuperVerse? Well, it's all about its role in the market. Every Web3 game out there right now is trying to associate itself with SuperVerse. That's not just hype. It's a sign that SuperVerse is becoming a crucial part of the Web3 gaming ecosystem. Now, you might be thinking, sounds great, but what about the risks? Good question. SuperVerse might not give you the astronomical returns of smaller market cap coins. But here's the flip side. It also comes with lower risk. It's a more stable bet in the volatile world of crypto gaming. Let's look at some recent performance. SuperVerse has seen a bullish response to the overall strength in the crypto markets. In fact, it's recently increased by around 155%. That's a solid gain, especially for a project of this size. But remember, we're not just looking at short-term gains here. The real potential of SuperVerse lies in its long-term growth as the Web3 gaming industry expands. As more games join the ecosystem and more players get involved, SuperVerse stands to benefit. So, what does all this mean for you as an investor? Well, if you're looking for a way to invest in the growth of Web3 gaming as a whole, SuperVerse could be a solid option. It offers exposure to the entire sector, rather than relying on the success of a single game. Number 4. Echelon Prime. Now, let's dive into a project that's not just riding the gaming wave, but shaping its future. Imagine a world where AI doesn't just enhance games, but completely revolutionizes how we play. That's the promise of Echelon Prime, and it's already turning heads in the crypto gaming world. Echelon Prime is doing something really cool. They're combining AI and gaming to create a unique gaming ecosystem. It's not just about making games look prettier or run smoother. They're using AI to change the whole gaming experience. Think about it. What if your game could learn and adapt to how you play? That's the kind of stuff Echelon Prime is working on. Right now, Echelon Prime has a market cap of about $380 million. That's already pretty impressive. But here's where it gets exciting. They've got some big plans in the works. One of their games, called Colony, is set to release its alpha version in the first quarter of next year. What's cool about Colony is that it's powered by OpenAI. That means it's using some seriously advanced AI tech to make the game more immersive and realistic. But that's not all. Echelon Prime has another game in the pipeline called Talu. It's a player versus player extractor shooter game that's scheduled to launch in the last quarter of 2025. These games aren't just your run-of-the-mill crypto games. They're aiming to compete with traditional games in terms of quality and gameplay. Now, you might be wondering why this matters for investors. Well, think about it this way. If Echelon Prime can deliver on its promises and create games that people actually want to play, not just for the crypto rewards, but for the gaming experience itself, that could be huge. We're talking about potentially tapping into the massive traditional gaming market. And here's something else to consider. Echelon Prime isn't just sitting back and hoping people will discover their games. They're actively partnering with mainstream gamers and gaming influencers to promote their titles. That's a smart move. It could help them reach a much wider audience and potentially lead to significant growth. So what kind of growth are we talking about? Some experts are saying that Echelon Prime could see a 25 to 30 times increase in its market cap. That's assuming the AI and gaming sectors continue to grow, which seems likely given current trends. Of course, nothing in crypto is guaranteed, but those are some pretty exciting numbers to think about. Let's break this down a bit. If Echelon Prime's market cap really did increase by 25 to 30 times, we'd be looking at a potential market cap of $9.5 billion to $11.4 billion. That's a huge jump from where they are now. It just goes to show how much potential there is in this space. But it's not just about the numbers. What Echelon Prime is doing could have a real impact on the gaming industry as a whole. If they can successfully integrate AI into gaming in a way that enhances the player experience, it could set a new standard for what gamers expect. This could push other companies to innovate, leading to better games for everyone. Of course, like any investment, especially in the crypto world, there are risks to consider. The gaming market is competitive, and there's no guarantee that Echelon Prime's games will be hits. Plus, working with cutting-edge tech like AI can be tricky. There could be delays or technical issues that slow down their progress. Number 5. Off the grid. We've talked about AI-powered games and community connectors, but there's one project that could redefine the entire crypto gaming landscape. What if a single game could bridge the gap between traditional and blockchain gaming, potentially skyrocketing the value of multiple crypto projects? That's exactly what Off the Grid is aiming to do. Off the Grid isn't just another crypto game. It's a highly anticipated AAA title, developed by Gunzilla Games that's set to make waves in both the traditional and blockchain gaming worlds. This cyberpunk-style battle royale is coming to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5, bringing high-quality graphics and gameplay to the crypto gaming space. But here's where it gets really interesting. Off the Grid has some serious star power behind it. Neil Blomkamp, the guy who directed District 9, is involved with the project. That's like having Steven Spielberg work on a crypto game. It adds a whole new level of credibility and excitement. Right now, Off the Grid is in its testnet phase, but it's expected to launch in Q4 of this year. That's not far off, and it's got a lot of people in the gaming community buzzing. Why? Because this could be the game that finally bridges the gap between traditional gaming and crypto gaming. Think about it. Up until now, most crypto games have been, well, let's just say they're not exactly competing with Call of Duty or Fortnite in terms of gameplay. But Off the Grid is different. It's aiming to be a game that people want to play for the game itself, not just for the crypto rewards. This is huge for the crypto gaming ecosystem. If Off the Grid succeeds, it could attract a whole new crowd to blockchain gaming. We're talking about traditional gamers who might have never considered touching a crypto game before, and that influx of new players could have a massive impact on the entire market. But it's not just about the players. The success of Off the Grid could also attract more developers and investors to the crypto gaming space. If they see that it's possible to create a successful AAA game on the blockchain, it could open the floodgates for more high-quality games. And here's where it gets really exciting for us crypto investors. If Off the Grid takes off, it's not just the game itself that could see gains. Other crypto gaming projects could benefit too. We could see increased interest and investment across the board, potentially driving up the value of gaming tokens and related projects. Of course, we've got to keep our expectations in check. The gaming market is tough, and there's no guarantee that Off the Grid will be a hit. But the potential is there, and it's definitely a project worth keeping an eye on. So what does this mean for you as an investor? Well, while we can't invest directly in Off the Grid right now, we can look at related projects that might benefit from its success. Think about the infrastructure tokens we've discussed, or other gaming projects that are trying to bridge the gap between traditional and crypto gaming. Remember, the key to success in crypto investing is staying ahead of the curve. Off the Grid represents a potential shift in the crypto gaming landscape, and being aware of these trends can help you make more informed investment decisions. Alright guys, let's quickly recap the 5 gaming cryptos we've covered today. We've got Karat, Beam, SuperVerse, Echelon Prime, and Off the Grid. These projects are shaking up the crypto gaming world, each in their own unique way. Now, if you want to stay ahead in this game, you've got to keep tabs on the big players. Follow the influencers, watch the trends, and stay updated on the latest developments. That's how you spot the next big opportunity before everyone else. Want to stay in the loop? Hit that subscribe button right now. I'll be dropping more videos on emerging gaming tokens and market trends, so you don't want to miss out. Trust me, this info could be the difference between making decent gains and hitting those 100x returns we all dream about. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and get ready to level up your crypto game in 2025.